He killed at least 5 people in California. He sent coded letters to newspapers taunting the police. He was never caught. He was never identified. To this day, nobody knows who he was. This is the true story of the Zodiac Killer. December 20th, 1968. Lake Herman Road, Benicia, California. 17-year-old David Faraday and his 16-year-old girlfriend, Betty Lou Jensen, parked their car on a quiet, dark road. They were on their first date. At around 11 p.m., a car pulled up beside them. A man got out. He shot David once in the head. Betty Lou ran from the car, screaming. She was shot 5 times in the back. Both of them died that night. The killer disappeared into the darkness. No witnesses, no evidence, nothing. July 4th, 1969. Blue Rock Springs Park, Vallejo, California. 22-year-old Michael Mageau and 22-year-old Darlene Ferrin were sitting in a parked car. A man approached their car with a flashlight. They thought it was a police officer. It was not. He shot both of them multiple times. Michael Mageau survived, barely. Darlene Ferrin died at the hospital. The killer drove away calmly. 1 hour after the attack in the park, Vallejo Police Department received a phone call. A calm male voice said, "I want to report a double murder." He gave the exact location. He then said, "I also killed those kids last year on Lake Herman Road." Then he hung up. Police traced the call to a payphone just blocks from the police station itself. The killer had called from right under their noses. August 1st, 1969. 3 letters arrived simultaneously at 3 different newspapers: San Francisco Chronicle, San Francisco Examiner, Vallejo Times-Herald. All 3 letters were from the same person. He described details of both attacks that only the real killer could know. He demanded the letters be printed on the front page of each newspaper. If they refused, he would go on a killing spree and kill a dozen more people. Each letter also contained 1/3 of a 408 symbol-coded cipher. The killer claimed if the 3 pieces were combined and decoded, it would reveal his identity. All 3 newspapers printed the letters. The cipher was solved 8 days later by a school teacher named Donald Hardin and his wife Betty. The decoded message read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun," but it did not reveal his name. August 7th, 1969. Another letter arrived at San Francisco Examiner. This one began with the words, "Dear Editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." This was the first time he used that name. The Zodiac. He would use it in every letter after this. He was creating his own identity, his own legend, right in front of the entire world. September 27th, 1969. Lake Berryessa, Napa County, California. 20-year-old Brian Hartnell and 22-year-old Cecilia Shepard were relaxing by the lake. A man approached them wearing a black hood with a white cross symbol on it. He tied them both up, then stabbed them repeatedly. Brian survived with serious injuries. Cecilia died 2 days later in hospital. The killer then walked to their car and wrote on the door with a marker pen the dates of his previous attacks and the words, "by knife." October 11th, 1969. San Francisco, California. 29-year-old taxi driver Paul Stein picked up a passenger in Union Square. The passenger asked to be driven to Washington and Maple Streets. When the taxi stopped, the passenger shot Paul Stein once in the head from behind. He then tore a piece of Paul's shirt and calmly walked away into the night. 3 teenagers witnessed the killer walking away from the taxi. They called police immediately. Officers searched the entire area. The killer was not found. Days after the taxi driver attack, another letter arrived at San Francisco Chronicle. Inside was a piece of Paul Stein's shirt, soaked in blood, as proof. The letter taunted police directly. He wrote that he had walked right past 2 police officers after the attack, and they had not recognized him. He included a sketch of himself wearing glasses. Police released the sketch to the public. Thousands of tips poured in. None of them led anywhere. November 1969. The Zodiac sent his most terrifying letter yet. He claimed he was going to attack a school bus full of children. He included detailed instructions for a bomb he planned to attach to the school bus. Parents across San Francisco panicked. Police guarded school buses every single day. The attack never happened, but nobody knew if he would try again. Over the decades, investigators focused on one main suspect, Arthur Lee Allen, a schoolteacher from Vallejo, California. He matched the physical description given by survivors. He owned a Zodiac brand watch, the same brand the killer referenced in his letters. He had been fired from his teaching job for inappropriate behavior with children. His former friends told police he had talked about wanting to kill people and call himself Zodiac, years before the killings began. In 1991, survivor Michael Mageau was shown a lineup of photographs. He immediately pointed to Arthur Lee Allen. He said, "That is the man who shot me." DNA testing was conducted on the letters. Handwriting analysis was performed, but nothing conclusively matched Allen. He was never charged with any crime. Arthur Lee Allen died in 1992 from a heart attack. The case died with him, officially unsolved. The Zodiac officially claimed 37 victims in his letters. Police confirmed only 5 deaths and 2 survivors directly linked to him. But investigators believe the real number could be much higher. Many unsolved cases from that era in California remain open today, and some believe the Zodiac may be responsible for all of them. The last confirmed letter from the Zodiac arrived in 1974, 5 years after the attacks. In it, he claimed to have killed 37 people. He referenced a film called The Exorcist, saying it was the best satirical comedy he had ever seen. After 1974, the letters stopped completely. The Zodiac simply vanished. Nobody knows why he stopped. Nobody knows if he died. Nobody knows if he is still alive today. Here is the most chilling fact of all. The Zodiac killer was never caught. He was never identified. He was never brought to justice. If he was 25 years old in 1969, he would be over 80 years old today. He could still be alive. He could be living in a quiet neighborhood. He could be someone's grandfather. And he has never once been held accountable for what he did. Some cases are never solved. Some killers are never caught. Subscribe to The Hidden Truth for more real stories that will leave you speechless. New story every week. The truth is always hidden. We find it.